We're here with Ranger head baseball coach Ryan Bowen. Coach, the famous end of the year interviews here, your first one after your first full season as Ranger head baseball coach. First off, first season as a head coach, was there anything that surprised you? Anything that jumped off the page at you as far as the end of the year standing / statistics / how everything wrapped up? Just anything that surprised you in general?
Not too many big surprises, except that it went fast. I mean, it was a whirlwind. I still feel like I hadn't put my feet on the ground yet. And I will say this: it's been a lot of fun. It was even more fun than I could have imagined, and it's a credit to my great staff. It's a credit to our great players that we have, and all the guys that will be back, and it's a credit to being here at Northwestern in Rangertown. There's a lot of great people here, and it's just been a blast. And I can't wait for the future. I can't wait for what's in store next.
Coach, I think the big word to describe this season was improvement. There was improvement across the board. Just first off with the overall record, 24-25, 16-17 in the Great American Conference, and most importantly at the plate, a team batting average of .280, which was right in the middle of the Great American Conference. But also there was a little bit of pop in the lineup this year. Finished 4th in the league with 42 home runs. What do you attribute that improvement to, and do you see it continue to improve next year as you get some of your own recruits in and some of these guys that we'll mention that will return?
Well, I hope so. I hope that we're going to have improvement. That's what we're looking to do. But winning 24 games was huge. Like to have been 500. Like to have made the conference tournament. But you just got to play the games, and that's the way it goes. And it's interesting because look at it. Last year, our record would have been good enough to be in the top 6 to make the conference tournament, but it's just the way it ended up. There was the top end teams were a little bit more top heavy, and the bottom end teams lost a few more games, and that's just the way it ended up. But really proud of the way we finished. Our guys finished winning 4 series in a row, 2 big series on the road, 2 teams that are playing in the conference tournament this week. So just super excited about finishing that way and the lift it's going to give our returning guys coming back. But offensively, you got to give a huge credit to Coach Kyle Hankins, our hitting coach, and then even Coach Reyes, our infield coach, assistant hitting coach. Those guys have worked their tails off, done a great job. And then you got to give credit to all of our hitters. They bought into the things that those guys that we asked them to do, and just excited about the returning guys and how we can make those numbers even better next year. And it's just exciting to think about how good our guys are going to be after one more year of development, and just you can see the improvements in some guys. You look at a guy like Dash, who didn't play a whole lot as a freshman, and then as a sophomore found his way into the lineup, and look at the year he had. Made a move to the outfield, which I think is a good thing for him. He's an athletic guy and can go catch balls, and made a huge play for us this weekend in Bickford's game, and that's just one example. There's many examples that I can talk, but I'll be here all day, so I'm not going to.
Coach, 5 of those returners next season hit above 300 this year in Zigafus, Johnson, Ponce, Mendoza, Bundy. All 5 of those guys returning, and all 5 of them had just moments throughout the season where they were absolute just on a tear, and it seemed like a lot of the times that was all at the same time, mainly towards the end of the season. How much confidence does that give you, knowing that as you go out and recruit, you look for the pieces to continue to build this puzzle, you have those 5 guys that you can rely on in that lineup moving towards next year?
It gives me a lot of confidence, and I hope that they have the confidence in themselves that the coaching staff has in them. And that's one thing that we talked to. We had some exit meetings yesterday. We addressed with them. I have all the confidence in the world in those guys. I think that they're above average college hitters if they hadn't showed it already. Glimpses, or a whole package of a season. I think that they understand what it's like and what to expect next year and how they're going to be pitched. And I feel like they should be poised to have even better seasons next year. And it's not pressure. It's just that that's the natural progression of what's going to happen, and we're going to put the work in. And as long as they continue to put the work in, I think the rewards will be there. So.
On the mound, there were moments of brilliance and moments of struggle. The team ended up with a ERA of 6.19, which for average baseball fans would sound not very good, but it wasn't. It was right near the bottom half of the conference. This was a tough league to pitch in this season.
Absolutely.
The team did finish with 337 strikeouts. That was near the top. Held opponents to the fifth best, batting average 281. So there were some moments of brilliance. Where do you feel like in that pitching staff were definitely some highlighted moments, and what are you looking forward to next season?
I think that we're going to return some really good guys. We're going to miss Walker Wharton a lot. He carried us a lot. The senior leader in the pitching staff, but Coach Gilbreth and Coach Letourneau both did a really good job. It was hard early, and we have a lot of young guys. We had a lot of first-time juniors, but we had a lot of freshmen and sophomores that we were trying to get outs with. And sometimes it just takes a little while to learn how to get college hitters out. Especially guys in our league like Monticello and Southern Arkansas. Those guys can hit 1 through 9, and and it's not. We made tremendous strides, and look how we finished. We pitched really well in the month of April, so that's a credit to Coach Gilbreth and Coach Letourneau and all of our arms that they didn't give up. They kept working hard, and hopefully that should fuel their fire for next season, and understand that they have the ability to get people out. We wouldn't strike out that many or hold people to opponents' batting average. Really, we hurt ourselves most of the time. We walked people, we hit people, we put people on base, and I think it's just part of learning. And we have signed some pitchers for next year. We're going to sign a few more, and we're just hoping that we're just trying to get better, and we feel like we got a great nucleus to build off of, and excited about what we can do next year.
You mentioned it there at the end of that last question, but I think one of the main reasons that people were excited about the hire is your extensive networking in the state of Oklahoma, whether it be high school and junior college. I know you're not going to mention any individual names, but what are some of the traits and features of recruits that you're going to be looking for throughout the offseason that you feel like is going to make the biggest impact towards the program in the immediate future?
Yeah. Well, the network that I have is due to all the. I've been fortunate to play for and work under some of the best people in the state of Oklahoma. Obviously starting with my dad, but also Coach Pollard at Carl Albert and Coach Matheny at Southeastern, and it's because of all of those guys that I know the people that I do, and all the credit goes to them. I'm just fortunate that I got to be with all them people the time that I did. But we're looking for guys that still want to be better players. We're looking for guys that still have their best baseball ahead of them. And we're looking for guys that want to get on the Ranger bandwagon, because it's an exciting time here at Northwestern. It's an exciting time because we're about to do some things in all sports, I think, but we're about to do some things with the baseball program that hasn't been done since we've been in NCAA, and we want guys that want to be a part of it and are excited about it, excited about being a Ranger, and we're just we're hoping that that we can kind of finish this class with some hard-nosed guys that that still have a desire to be great and have a desire to be better, and want to be the best player they can the next couple of years.
Coach, it was an exciting first year here in Alva. Honored to watch your team play. As always, looking forward to next season. Ride Rangers Ride.
Ride Rangers Ride.